Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility yoga practice. So find just a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So we're going to start off today by just finding a nice comfy seat. If you do want to sit up on something, feel free to do so. I'm just going to sit nice and flat though. So finding a nice long spine and just resting your hands on your knees and take a nice big inhale as you lengthen. Then exhale, soften your shoulders. And maybe close your eyes if you haven't already and take another nice big breath in. And big breath out. And do that again. One more nice big inhale. And really big exhale. Awesome, you guys. Take another inhale here. Sit even taller if you can. And this time as you exhale, start to turn your chest towards the right for a twist. A nice gentle twist. Just turn that chest kind of as far as it turns all on its own. Without pulling or forcing anything. And take another inhale. Sit a little taller. And exhale, hold that twist. With an inhale, you can slowly start to turn your chest back to face the center, forwards, and exhale over to the other side. Twist. Maybe lengthen that spine just a little bit more. Feel the breath. Nicely done, you guys. Using an inhale, slowly bringing your chest back to face the front. We're just going to move our hands to the floor beside us, so lightly resting the fingertips. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. But as you inhale, you're just going to reach the right arm up for the ceiling. You can even spread your fingers nice and wide and maybe lean over to the side. Feel the stretch through the side body. Awesome, you guys. Reaching a little more. Find that length all the way from the hip to the fingertips and use a nice big inhale to bring yourself all the way up. Let your fingertips find the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Try to touch the ceiling or whatever's above you and then lean over. Feel the stretch. Maybe spread the fingers wide. Beautiful, you guys. Using an inhale, start to bring yourself all the way back up to center. We're just going to interlace our fingers in front of the chest. Take your palms and start to push them forwards and then round the upper back like you're creating space between your shoulders. You're opening through that upper back. So push those palms forwards and then drop the chin towards the collarbone. Nice, you guys. Find the breath. Open that upper back. Feel the length through the back of the neck. And soften the shoulders. And then using a nice big inhale, start to sweep your hands up above your head. Keep your palms facing up if you can. Lengthen, stretch that upper body. Maybe lifting the chin. Nice, you guys. Staying here for an inhale. And then as you exhale, let your arms fall all the way back down towards your sides. And let's just add in a shoulder roll. Pull those shoulders up to the ears and roll them back and drop them down. I see, guys, are just going to lean back a little bit. So let me just turn around. So take some weight into your hands, lean back a little bit, and then plant your feet. Bend those knees and bring your feet a little bit wider, so maybe to the edges of your mat. Then we're just going to kind of let our knees start to rock side to side a little bit. Just kind of loosening up those hips. And you can keep kind of rocking the knees side to side, nice and slow if it feels good, or you can start to let your knees fall as far to that left side as you would like them to do so. A few things you can do here: you can keep your right hip down on the floor and the knees are probably going to hover. Or maybe you want to lift the right hip and see if the knees can get a little bit closer to the floor. So we kind of want to try and find that right outer hip, that outer quad. We want to feel the sensations through there. So if you're lifting that right hip, once you get your knees down or kind of close to the floor, think about dropping the right hip again and see if you can find that stretch. Nice, you guys. Soften. Relax the shoulders, just trying to find the love through that outer right leg and hip. And then using an inhale, we're just going to let the knees start to rise back up. Maybe you skipped that hold and you were just kind of rocking the legs side to side the whole time. That's perfectly awesome. Nice, you guys. And we're just going to switch. If you are coming for that long hold, you can start to let the knees fall to the right. So maybe they just fall a little bit and you're feeling something through here. Maybe you want to just try to see what it feels like when you lift that left hip. And you might not have to think too hard and you might just feel all that love through that left leg. But if you do want to think a little bit, if you think you need a deeper stretch, that hip might be lifted, think about dropping it back down, and just that thought might deepen the stretch that you get. The sensations running through that left leg. Nice job, you guys. And using an inhale, you're slowly going to let the knees come back up. Rock it out a little bit if you need it, if you want it. And then we're just going to sit forwards again. So you can take the weight out of the hands, send your right leg out long, and bring your left foot to your inner thigh. With an inhale, let's lengthen through the spine. Maybe point your toes up towards the ceiling. You can stay here or you can tip forwards as you exhale. Feeling the nice stretch of that right leg. And then once you do, if you are folding forwards here, I want you to take an inhale and lift your upper body all the way back up to a nice long spine. And then use the exhale to bring your chest back down towards the floor. And then maybe use the inhale to bring the chest back up. Sit tall, lengthen. And exhale, fold, maybe going a little further each time. Let's just take one more breath here. So you could lift back up or you could just stay down. But using an inhale at some point when you're ready to lift your upper body all the way back up. And we're going to send the left leg out and bring the right foot to the inner thigh. Nice job, you guys. So bring your hands by your sides for support. Point your toes up to the ceiling. Find the length through that left leg. Take an inhale. Staying here or use the exhale to tip forwards. Maybe following me and using an inhale to lift back up. Re-lengthen through that spine. And exhale to tip forwards. Awesome, you guys. Feel free to stay down or use an inhale to come back up. And exhale to tip forwards. Awesome, you guys. Take another breath, moving or just staying still. And then with an inhale, when you're ready, if you are folding, just slowly start to bring yourself all the way back up. Awesome, you guys. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and our knees out nice and wide. So I want you to be able to sit up nice and tall here. So just make your diamond that perfect size where you can bring your hands to your knees and you can sit nice and tall. Maybe you want to grab something to sit on quickly if you feel like you're falling backwards. But we're just going to be taking our right hand and bringing it to the low back. So your palm's going to face away from you. And maybe you're just going to keep your hand on your low back, or maybe you're going to slide your forearm all the way behind and maybe interlace your fingers on your oblique, on your ribs. So take an inhale here. We might have to draw the belly button in a little bit to keep that spine nice and long, but I want you sitting tall. And then maybe you're going to add a little tip forwards. So just kind of wiggle your toes. Your arms are kind of busy, so they can't encourage you down towards the floor. And you're just going to kind of tip forwards. And maybe start to let the head be heavy. Softening through that right shoulder. And then using an inhale just to slowly bring yourself back up if you were folding forwards. Nice, you guys. And gently let your hands come back to your knees. Find that nice long spine again. So inhale, lengthen. Soften your shoulders. Remember what this long spine feels like when you bring your left hand to your low back, or you slide your forearm entirely behind. And you can stay sitting tall, letting that shoulder fall from the ear, or you can add a tip forwards, and maybe you do have one hand that's in front of you. Maybe it's interlacing into the fingers of your other hand. Just kind of feeling the love for the hips as well as the shoulder. And maybe the head is heavy, but the jaw is soft. Awesome, you guys. With an inhale, slowly starting to bring yourself all the way back up. And you can let your hands come back to your knees. Take another breath in, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, soften your shoulders. And with your hands on your knees, just help them come all the way back together. Give yourself a little hug or a little rock side to side. Nice job, you guys. So we're going to keep our right leg out long again. And this time you're going to bring your left foot to rest on top of your leg. If that doesn't work, you can bring your foot to your inner thigh like we did before. But with that foot on top of the quads, you might want to lean back again and bend that bottom leg, plant your foot, finding that left glute as you bring your shin towards your chest. Maybe flexing your foot, that left foot. And then let's just try to lift the chest a little bit and pull the shoulders back and even lift the chin. Use those fingertips on the floor behind you for support. Awesome, you guys. And using an inhale, just let the shoulders kind of come back and the chest fall. And if your bottom leg is bent in, send it out. Uncross as you bring your left leg out. Maybe give the legs a little shake. And then we're going to switch sides. So if you can get your foot on top of your quad, go for it. If not, just keep it on the floor next to your inner thigh. But you can lean back a little bit here. Bend that bottom leg if it feels good. And then let's just try to open the chest. Pull the shoulders, maybe lift the chin. Feeling that right glute. If you forgot to find that right glute before you started to lift the chest, you might bring that bottom leg a little closer. Find it. And then lift that chest. Nice job, you guys. And using the inhale just to bring the shoulders forwards and the chest down. And as you exhale, you can send your legs out and uncross and give them a little shake. Awesome, you guys. So one last forward fold here. I want you to bring your hands behind you. Again, not leaning back this time, but just sitting tall. So your hands could actually be at your sides. Point your toes up towards the ceiling. You might stay here sitting tall. You might even have a nice bend through the knees. You might tip forwards. And if it feels good, just kind of let the back start to round a little bit. Maybe tucking your chin towards your collarbone. Maybe you need to bend your knees a whole lot more. Just kind of give your legs a little hug. Awesome, you guys. With an inhale, slowly start to lift yourself up all the way into a nice long spine out of that forward fold. And start to bring your knees or bend your knees, bring your legs in. And just find a nice cross-legged seated position. If you have one way that you always cross your legs, I do. Cross them the other way. We're going to interlace our fingers behind us, or you can bring your hands to the floor behind you. But one more chance to open that chest, pull those shoulders back, lift the chin. Nicely done, you guys. Stay here. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, come back. Relax. Bringing your hands back to your knees or to your lap. As you inhale, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful, you guys. That is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.